The eighth and final race is the Hollywood Bets Bright Future Fillies and Mares 73 handicap over 1,400 meters. The last race due off at 16:40. And as one would expect, there's always a potential for an upset in a Fillies and Mares handicap at the 73 level. But Warren, I've narrowed it down to two, possibly three. I'm going with number 2, Ice Imperial, 1 Wine Tasting, and possibly the promising number 3, Hawker Typhoon. But I'm quite strong on number 2, Ice Imperial. Very good consistent form, good draw. She's the older filly, and I've given her the benefit of the doubt. But Paul Peter comes, as we've said before on the show today, that Wine Tasting representing the Paul Peter stable has to be respected. And then I'm going to ask you, what do you make of Hawker Typhoon? Because those three, to me, do appear to be the pick of this field.
Yes, well, I was going to say, just to have a bit of fun, that you and I haven't bumped heads for the majority of the show, but in this race we're going to just give a little bump heads because you fancy Ice Imperial. She's got a chance. I certainly include her in all my bets. But I'm quite big again on a horse here, Hawker Typhoon. And yes, you tip her third, so naturally if she had to win again, you wouldn't be shocked. But I watched the replay, Graham, of her last start over and over and over again, because I just could not believe what I saw, the way she won. I mean, she's well related. She's out of Sahara, so she's related to, and I've just gone completely blank, the horse of Sean Terry's. That doesn't matter, we'll come back to that. Toreador filly, her win was impressive. She walked out the pen, she got a bump, she recovered so quickly. She's owned by Caroline and Pam Ferraris, Luke's sister and mom. I think she's over the 1,400 going to be a horse that will win again.
Okay, let's throw a spanner into the works. What do you make of the fact that Lyle Hewitson is not riding Hawker Typhoon, but is riding Tinny Princely's horse number 12, Harrier, who ran second to Solar Flare last time? I'm not quite sure what the thinking behind that is, because Hawker Typhoon, firstly, is better drawn. And while Herrera ran second last time out, I don't expect her to be a factor from a deep draw in this race. I might be wrong, of course. Interestingly, Jermaine Maharaj has tipped number 12, Herrera, to win it. But I would be surprised if she did. What do you make of the fact that Lyle Hewitson is riding Herrera and Luke Ferraris riding Hawker Typhoon? Is that because it's the Ferraris family and he's got first call?
Well, on a fun note, Luke probably said to Lyle, off you go, this is my sister and my mom's horse, have a nice
sort
day.
Of Donald Trump type, Joe Biden type situation.
Correct, it's my sister's horse and my mom's horse, I'm riding. But on a serious note, obviously when Harrier ran second to Solar Flare, I was obviously standing in the number 1 box because that's where we do the interviews. And I heard Lyle say to Tinny Princely, he said, please, I want to ride this horse again next time out. It was such a cracking run, and she's going to run a cracker again. So I think
I bet he didn't know she was going to be running against Hawker Typhoon.
Probably not at that time.
No, I think it's all about the family. So I think Luke Ferraris obviously riding for his family. So I think that explains it all. But that being said, it's interesting that Ice Imperial is in the Sunday card and the Monday card. I'm not sure that Dennis Dreyer has any intention of running this filly twice within 24 hours. So I'd expect her to run here and be scratched from Monday's card, where she's due to come up against Maiden's Prayer, which represents the stable on Monday. But yeah, so to sum it all up, I've made Ice Imperial my place accumulator banker, but I'm including Wine Tasting in the pick 6. And healthy respect for Hawker Typhoon, who I fancy is probably your first choice.
Yep, she certainly is. And the bet I'll be taking, one of my favourites, because all the bets are the favourites, 3 ways boxed exactors for 90 Rand. It gives it to you 15 times. 1 Wine Tasting, 3 Hawker Typhoon, and 12 Harrier. That'll be my 3-way boxed exactor for 90 South African Rands. You'll get it 15 times.